Hi Leo, I love you honey, so we're going to do your person, thoughts, emotions, and action. Let's see. I love you and thank you for watching. Empress, everything's trying to publicity. Holy angels, holy spirits. Choose the divine above. Angels and ancestor gods. Leo, person most on your mind. Let's see. What's on their thoughts? Do you miss me yet? Check your block list. Moving forward, Leo. They want you to check your block list before you move forward. Aquarius and Pisces energy. This is the star and the moon coming to a sense of faith, hope, balance, and renewal again. Aries energy and Capricorn. That's sex addiction. Talk to you in the 5D. Do you hear me? I miss the conversation. They miss you. Indeed. And you have the Emperor at the bottom. On or in their emotions. I don't know why we said on, but don't let anyone block you from your soul. Because, I mean, they probably have to find them before they can get into them themselves. You have Gemini, which is either the Knight of Swords or the Lovers. They argue with themselves when it comes to their emotions. I hear a helicopter. I don't know how close it's going to come, but what is the action this person plans taking? You have the twin flame connection. I never meant to hurt you. Daggone it, Leo. Karmic man, love struck, missing the conversation with the feminine, with the Empress. Dang it. It's probably the shortest but the most meaningful conversation they've ever had in their life. Let's see what this is. Chakra deck. So what's on their mind is, do you miss me yet? Check your block list. Y'all must have blocked each other, or the karmic must have blocked you from them. Let's clarify the block list with the chakra when it comes to the person most on your mind. And it's coming with green and white and blue on the card. So white would be an open opportunity, purity. They want to purify the throat chakra through the heart chakra. And there's the sacral chakra, the abundance. I am worthy and I deserve an abundance of anything that I require. They know that if they want the abundance, they have to go get it. With the root chakra, red and yellow, that's fire. Red and orange and yellow, solar plexus, that's fire. Along with red again, base chakra. Let's clarify this part. So they're trying to find abundance through taking responsibility of oneness and unity of their own independence. They have to be independent of their own roots. Feeling and finding their worth. Planting themselves on solid ground by consistently taking responsibility and having personal accountability for all that I do. They're thinking about, they've done something here that they regret doing, because they know that that's the base of the relationship now. You got the first, second, and third chakras here. First three, and then it goes back to the root. They feel like they got so far with you, and then they couldn't go any further. Well, how are they going to take responsibility? This is going to happen quick. You got the Tower. Boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, boom. An immediate revelation and a sudden revelation of what they're looking for in truth and clarity. Some sort of sign in the world. That's ending the cycle with the Queen of Cups. Assessing the investments of a new emotional cycle. Look at that. With the feminine, new moon. Setting your intentions, new cycle beginning. This Mathlan wants like a sprout. He wants the foundation to be built on the root this time. But, to have a beautiful flower, you have to have dirt. You understand me what I'm trying to say? What does this person want? What are they thinking about that they're not taking action on? What are they thinking about that they're not taking action on? They're telling themselves, reminding themselves that it's okay to ask for help. And they're learning how to do that in secret through the sacral chakra. What they're interested in will be interested in them. And they need to watch their thoughts to ensure them that they are honorably and respecting their self while thinking about it. There's the temperance, peace and contentment with brand new energy without support of emotional discretion. What is the Ace of Wands? Because this is a new interest, passion, hobby, sex. Whatever it is, this person is thinking about how they find peace and contentment, how they heal, how they temper their interest. And there's the Hangman. A different perspective through confusion. Left everything hanging that was confused. Heartbroken level. Left them confused on a heartbroken level. They're looking at the world with a different perspective here. They understand that they can't find support from the world, but they can find support through spirit. And they found this out through the relationship with you. That's why they missed the conversation. Because your conversation made sense. What's in the Eight Swords? It seems like you're blocked, but you can still step forward. You have a secret admirer. Strong bonds. Like I said, you're connected like a family. You feel like family to this person. New beginnings. Wedding bells. You just literally feel like family to them. Why do they have to be a secret admirer, not a face-to-face admirer? They don't understand why they left you hanging. And in the Hangman, you have the sun there, which that's masculine energy. They didn't get support from spirit, but tried to get it from earth. You can't do that if people don't understand the spirit realm. The 200 fallen angels is different than the people that was born after Adam and Eve. They're two different sections. Imagine how many sections we have here now. Well, like we ask, how come they have to be a secret admirer and not a face-to-face admirer? If they feel like they have a strong bond with you, Leo, and ties can influence someone else's decisions and actions, it's like your energy reads them like a book. So why are they a secret admirer and not a face-to-face admirer? Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that's karma. Alone. Low vibing cycle of karma. Quickly communicating with no plan and preparation. To patiently choose a path of interest, to have faith, hope, balance, renewal again until they acknowledge the soulmate nostalgic energy was a low vibe and reflection to move forward from something that was too good to be true to spirit. Instead, wasted the energy Yeah. Their intuition said the Magician's in reverse. That's the High Priestess and the Hierophant. That's the spiritual union. You know those little sceneries that you see, and they got the devil on one side and your divine on the other? That's what this person's got right now up there. One tell them to do one thing, one tell them to do another. Well, where's Leo fit in? Man or woman? Happy, independent, self-sure, confident, and single. You could be busy. You have 11 Pentacles there. Busy, independent, hangman, without support, on the acknowledgement of judgment, intuitive judgment. You know they made the wrong decision. Ooh, Temperance. And you know they will not be able to find peace and contentment. And they will struggle to look into it more, to analyze it. Because you were a friend. You were someone to trust. Pisces and Virgo energy in a contract of abundance of a lover. Bondified lover emotionally. You fulfilled their fucking cup without even having a cup or anything to put in it. You fulfilled it spiritually. It's like you fulfilled almost everything they needed. Well, can we clarify the Tower about it by itself? It's an energy surge, like they plugged in real quick. Page of Swords. Looking for some truth and clarity, some sort of sign really quick. There's your Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. They keep reflecting on an ex. Shining the light on the serpent, soulmate that they walked away from to analyze their emotions. Blindsided by stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. That right there is change of the mind, the transitional of the mind. It's brainwashing, trying to brainwash somebody to where you don't remember anything. The fuck? So this Mouseland's also thinking about the Queen of Pentacles. Where is the masculine in all of this? Divine timing, deception, deceit, assessing the investments of the Seven Swords. Untrust. Look, Queen of Wands, Hierophant. He didn't trust the feminine because she was spiritual. She's sitting on the right hand of the divine herself. Where is the divine feminine in this reading? She's not chasing the argument and she's not chasing the drama. 5 Cups, unemotionally fulfilled with confusion. She's not going to allow her mind to be tied up in something her heart doesn't need to be in. That's why there's no swords here. Swords here didn't support the confusion. A different perspective on all the confusion, trying to find peace with the interest. Not sure if you know too much about Leo, but if you didn't like the Leo then, they're not going to like you now. They have to love you, but they don't have to like you. And if they see you, Leo's going to look at you as a coward, where you have to sit back and spy on them like a creep. They find out you've been spying on them, which it will come out anytime you've seen something in a Leo. And this Tower here, when you come around the Leo, there's going to be a word or something that you say that Leo's going to know, yeah, bitch, you've been spying for quite some time. And that's when they're going to put 2 and 2 together. Probably tell you to fuck off. In their emotions, don't let anyone block you from your soul. Gemini energy. This is coming reverse. 6th chakra, 3rd eye chakra. No acknowledge the spirit. Not trusting in a higher source. Not acknowledging the direct connection with it. Not sitting in stillness. Not listening for wisdom inside. Not open to the spirituality that is within and all around them. Well, to connect to a spiritual person, you got to be spiritual. Through the throat chakra. So it's right there. Check your block list. Do you miss me yet? Well, Leo's going to say no. For now. Missed you a long time ago. But it looks like they've already got some new energy in. So in their emotions when it comes to you, it's the acknowledgement through spirit of communication. They have to use spirit to communicate with you. And their aim has to be understood by others. They have to literally be open to giving and receiving to the praise, and be careful not to talk excessively at all about them. Create space and a conversation for others to communicate with me. Throat chakra. They have to create a space to talk to you if they want to talk to you. They don't create a space, they can't talk to you. And this space actually has to be spiritual space, private space. Or it's going to be boring. Get the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Scattered, monotonous, complacent, all work, no play, repetitive, and not delivering. So the Eight Pentacles in reverse with the Queen of Swords, Libra energy. That's the Four of Pentacles, taking control of material attachments, leaving it behind. 10 Pentacles in reverse, going to lose it all. That's why the Five Pentacles is here. This person's had to divide assets with someone. And these assets that they've had to divide with someone is assets that they have worked on alone. They went the wrong way. And they had to have those assets with someone else. So that's what's in their emotions right now, is where their money's at. Well, what's that got to do with Leo? Be ready for an opportunity you've worked for. Five Swords, the conflict, drama, competition, strife, and jealousy. They brought drama to the comfort. And now they're analyzing the move forward, relocating to justify this reflection of what you're looking for in a soulmate focus. Told you. They know their focus has to be clear. You have to feel the interest. This is a Leo that does not like to be touched. What is the Five Swords? The conflict, the drama, the competition, the strife, and the jealousy right here. Yep, jealous of a divine feminine. There you go. A feminine that's mastered her focus point through the sun, the happiness, bliss, the naked baby on a pony, nothing but purity here. Queen of Cups. She's literally called judgment on the Queen of Cups because she's the one that brought the low vibe energy in. That's the cycle ending in the confusion. To be able to celebrate and have hope, faith, balance, renewal again through clarity. Clarify the spark of interest of power. This is the feminine talking to the divine. She's like, hey, divine, don't take this the wrong way, but if you don't want me to be tested by other women, don't bring the low vibing women to my face. She's a person that don't like to touch people. If she thinks somebody got a problem with her, though, she's going to go ask. Might even come to your front door. Exactly. Closed off. To be able to look inward. She doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. Hiding feelings, happy ending. It's less she's got to fucking worry about. Dang it. It's challenging the comfort of the mind. Four of Wands, twin flame, happy life, happy home, even the dog eats good. Those people do not have children together. But what's the Five Swords when it comes to their emotions? Let's go to the masculine. If this is a person, to the masculine. What's in the Five Swords? King of Swords. Seven Cups. You got the Queen of Swords, Eight Pentacles. Ooh. This is a masculine that is emotional confusion. Daydreaming, night thinking, seeing the bigger picture, but why is the King of Swords and Seven Cups here for the masculine? He tried to close it off because there was a lot of confusion here, so he can transition it. Sometimes you got to shut the whole power plant down so you can fix shit. So he can be able to plan and prepare for the transition of power. Because there's nothing else there for him to work with the Queen of Swords. He feels like his mentality, his brain has been used as a pincushion. Looking stupid. This masculine feels like he's looking stupid to the Queen of Swords and family. Who's the Queen of Swords for this masculine? She's a Two of Cups. She's an emotional soulmate that they shouldn't have took a risk for. And that way they would have been able to find peace and contentment. So they're trying to find new energy to find peace. They're looking for something to suddenly happen. Wow. Chariot. They didn't leave it all behind. They didn't make a final and firm decision. That's in reverse when they spoke out loud. They allowed that they're trying to give out options, like giving the divine a B, C, D, E, F, G, you know, giving him the whole alphabet, you know, which whatever you want me to have, that's one you want me to pick. No, it don't work that way. You want something, you tell them, I want choice A, you know, number one. Don't ever give the divine a choice to give you, because they're going to give you the last one on your list. You're going to work from the bottom up instead of the top down, because that's just the way they work. Who is this Queen of Swords with the Five Swords when it comes to this divine feminine? Focused, focused, focused. You have the Magician and the Hangman in reverse. See, the sun is up here. This is support. She's manifesting support. That's why all the confusion come to your person. She's manifesting spiritual support with this. While the King of Swords is left out in the cold here, confused. With this plan and preparation. She wants to know what he's planning and preparing to go. The Hermit, a reflection, shadow working on the star through the faith. Path of interest through faith, alone in love. You have the masculine. The Queen of Swords knows that the masculine followed through because he didn't want to be alone. He didn't love her. He didn't give a fuck about her, but he made sure she eat. And it looks like she's pissed. She's mad. Mad about the twin flame connection. She would rather them not exist. Of course not. What's this Queen of Swords have against the Empress? Emperor in reverse. Strength card. She don't want the masculine to be ready to gain his power back. The Judgment's in reverse. She does not want judgment to be made. She does not want the King of Cups to make a final and firm decision. Scorpio energy. Interesting. Has he made a decision and just not told anyone? Because you got the third chakra and third eye. He's talking to the 5D here. That's why he's not saying anything out loud, because he knows the devil can hear him too. Yeah, 5 Pentacles. The Hermit. And the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, because the masculine, the King of Wands are Leo energy. Masculine fire sign are Leo energy. Knows now that the more they say out loud, the more energy they waste. Unless they want to talk to the dark side for some reason, but in a respectful way when it comes to spiritual awakening, because they have to listen. There's a rule there. If you're manifesting, the devil can't touch you. It's a rule. It's a rule that was made before Adam and Eve ever got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. The devil and his army was here first. Within the first 1,000 days, they had polygamy going on, brother and sister marrying each other, having babies. The brothers tried to kill each other. You couldn't bury one of them because the body was too pure. So the body kept, and it's true, we just read it in Adam and Eve. This is a person, this Queen of Swords does not want this King of Swords to be anywhere near spiritual people. Because she knows that if he gets around this feminine doesn't have to say a fucking word to talk to him. She's not going to have to touch him. They've been together many lifetimes. So she's trying to close him off from looking inward. Emotionally. Well, shoot. Let's see what the action they're going to plan taking, honey. You literally have the twin flame here, and I never meant to hurt you. I mean, when you didn't hire someone, you can't fire them. Indeed. What's the action they're going to plan taking? Coming back with a union, never meant to hurt you. 7th chakra, crown chakra, baby. Straight to purple. Spiritual awareness. When my mind strays negatively, I remind myself of love, truth, gratitude, and spirit. I am the observer of my thoughts, and I do not let them bring me down. I remind myself to have gratitude and acceptance for what is and what to have courage on my convictions. And here's how they're going to do it. Through the solar plexus, crown chakra, inner harmony. Exactly. They're not going to go to anyone. This person right here might have closed them off from the feminine right now, but they know it's the only way that they're going to come into oneness with her is to connect with her through a secret admiring. It's like she wasn't appreciated closely, so they have to admire her from afar to bring bliss into the crown. You got 3 crown chakras with the throat chakra. I mean, spiritual realm telling the truth when the human body don't have to say a fucking word, and being generous about it. No holds bar. And no mercy. When you're in the spiritual realm, you learn not to show no mercy. Oh. Can we clarify the action they're going to plan taking through twin flame connection? They're going to reach out. It says reach out, contact, phone call to break the silence, coming together, budding romance. You cannot make this stuff up. Let's see. Leo, you have the Ace of Cups and the fucking Sun. That's happiness and love after the judgment. It's one of those situations like you're going to thank me later. You don't understand right now, but later you're going to thank me. It's weighing heavy on the power of judgment that they had through this confusion, through that daydream and night thinking, seeing the bigger picture of celebrating the clarity of interest, being blindsided by an argument with messages to analyze with that emotion quickly. They said it happened so quickly. They didn't understand what they did until after they did it. Golly, but they're saying, no, I'll never do that again. What is the enlightenment in love? Spiritually enlightened blessing. Honey, you are the Emperor's blessing. He doesn't give a fuck what people think we're here. That's the 8 of Wands. Communicating, strength card. It's a powerful communication. Soulmate. I told you. You didn't have very much time with this masculine, feminine, or masculine. You didn't have very much time with this. It's just things happen so fast. You probably went 2 different ways. And then realized, what the fuck am I doing? Here you have the Magician. Now manifesting to move forward with the Judgment cross and clarity. The next time y'all come together, it ain't going to be like the first. You're gonna be laughing about shit. Oh my goodness. Let's see. If this masculine's gonna communicate love to the light, where's the feminine here when it comes to this masculine in action? That's taking action and communicating, literally. The feminine is in the 6 of Swords energy. Divine told her to get out of there, to go and restore her peace. That's a cycle ending. Page of Cups. 9 Wands. What is she saying? Don't repeat it. That's the 2 Pentacles in reverse. Overly committed. Page of Wands. So she's not saying it out loud. She's thinking it. She knows what energy is too. It's a spark. She's interested. But it looks like she's looking at it as better times ahead. She's ended the chapter. And that's how the masculine's energy felt. She ended it. And this energy worked through the cosmos. Because he felt it. Without her even being around. What he felt was 3 swords. Well, deep emotional pain. Page of Wands. Spark the interest of heartbreak. There's the hermit reconsidering the reflection alone in divine timing for 7 years for the masculine. Damn. So they could be going 5, already got 5 years through, maybe even 7. But they put more time in it than they should have. What is the action this person's going to take towards the 6 swords, the world? 3 swords, Page of Wands. They're going to drop all of that pain, anything that don't belong to them for the lover's connection. They'll drop it on a fucking dime. And the 10 Wands is not always a burden. Sometimes that's taking care of a parent that can't take care of themselves, you know, still having children that you have to raise. What does this masculine think that the feminine come out with the world? He don't care. He still loves you. Got the Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Wands. My gosh. It's heartbroken. Confused. This is 8 swords right here. 8 swords and the Hangman. They didn't trust themselves, honey. This is an Aries that didn't trust their own decisions. You know, sometimes you get in trouble. Get locked up. Where you just chauffeured everywhere. Well, what kind of decision do they wish they would have changed? What's the biggest decision they wish they would have changed? How they controlled their emotions. The King of Cups. Scorpio. Soulmate. Emotionally controlled soulmate. The Sun. Enlightened on the acknowledgement of peace with the Queen of Wands. I don't know what else to tell you, honey. You are their only peace. That 3 of Pentacles comes with a VIP vibe too. Very important people. Putting you at, I'm not going to say you thinking you better than everybody or they think you better than everybody, but they don't want to be with nobody else but you. And they're not able to come forward yet because they have to connect with you on the spirit realm. They can't connect to you on the earthly realm just yet. They have to talk to your 5D first. What should this person be saying to Leo through 5D? The Knight of Wands and the 4 of Cups. That sexual immaturity is a dissatisfaction to their emotions. That's what they should be saying. And then they're going to be able to release themselves from 10 swords. A bunch of dead ends. That's why the world is over here. That's why the feminine come out with the world. She left until the cycle ends. But taking a risk with those 10 swords, you're going to weigh yourself down. You're going to drop to the abyss. That's friendly soulmates in the past. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, 5 Cups. This is a masculine saying that he got with the Queen of Cups because he was unemotionally fulfilled with himself. He was sad. And here comes the Queen of Wands with the Sun. Happiness, bliss, naked baby on a pony. The masculine wants to gather together the Hermit, a reflection on reconsidering the plans and preparation. Turn his back on the devil there. 10 Pentacles. That's obsessing over money. Is that with this Queen of Cups? With the 5 Cups? Yep, that's the cycle that needs to end before it's moved forward in judgment. Secret celebrations. I love you guys.